Welcome back. Steve Manson, the Hockey Man, in studio. And Steve, I want to mention, hopefully next week, a brand new edition of Western New York Hockey Magazine coming out. We'll take a look at the cover. We'll be seeing this out on your newsstands next week. A big story, an interview I did with John Como about the Harbor Center. So
absolutely, and this is the rebirth of the print version. This magazine will be up on our website probably this weekend, and you can download it right off our website also.
Let's take a quick look, Andy, at the website, too, if we can, because this is online, and you're going to be able to follow much of this online. There it is right there.
Oh, I love it, the old Buffalo, my day.
That actually, I was walking the earth, but I wasn't following them at that time.
Well, Art Stratton, who was a great Buffalo Bison player, has been named to the American Hockey League Hall of Fame, and that's what that story is all about.
So a new publication coming out. There's a lot going on over at Riverworks. They're putting up a couple outdoor. I mean, they're outdoor rinks with a roof.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that before? I'm sure you have.
Oh, there's been outdoor rinks in this town with roofs for years. Lincoln in Tonawanda. We got the thing down in East Aurora, which is actually the rink they used at Wilson Stadium for the outdoor game. That was acquired by the East Aurora people, and they put it up, and they went the first couple years without a roof, and they found out maybe snow was an hindrance in playing games, so they put outdoor roofs. It's not enclosed, it's just like an umbrella.
The purpose of this is what, to build a rink a little bit cheaper because you don't have to worry about heating the facility? Or?
Yeah, and there's still that flavor of playing outdoors. The kids today don't know that, because I know that. I grew up playing on ponds. And there's something about playing outdoors that's kind of fun.
There's really, there's a new rink going up in Lockport, and you got with the Harbor Center. It's
not only going up, but it's open.
Yeah, it's like an explosion suddenly of brand new rinks.
Yeah, well, this area can use the ice. This is a great hockey place. I have a feeling we're starting to approach, if not replace, Detroit as Hockey Town, but we'll see.
Hey, speaking of Hockey Town, unbelievable. Gergeson, 20-year-old, is leading the NHL All-Star voting, basically because he's got an entire country behind him.
Who would have known that the Latvian population was going to outvote the rest of the NHL? But I guess Sabre games are on there in the middle of the night, and people stay up and watch him, and he's extremely popular over there. Sabre merchandise sells off the shelves and everything, and isn't that great to see this country? And it's not only that, but Ted Nolan is a god over there for having got the Latvians into the Olympics and then making them a factor in the actual Olympic play games. So I mean,
yeah, who forget the 1-0 game they lost to Canada? Had them really on the ropes.
And Arthur Zerbe, the Sabre goaltending coach from Latvia, was the goaltending coach for the Latvian Olympic team too. So I mean, there's a lot of connections there.
Yeah, I should have checked before this interview, but where exactly is Latvia? I know it's in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay. I know that's not where vampires come from. That's
no, that's that's.
But it's so great, I mean, I would think at this point Gergeson's a shoo-in to make the All-Star team.
Well, nothing's ever a shoo-in, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean. Okay. And you know what? Every team's got to be representative, and I'd say right now he'd probably be close to being the guy that should be. There's other players on the team. I think Myers is playing very, very well. Obviously, the two goaltenders, but they're not going to get in. There's too many great goaltenders in the National Hockey League, so I'd say there's a pretty good chance of.
Have you been? You've been to the Harbor Center?
Oh, absolutely.
What's your take on that facility?
Oh, it's a gorgeous building. The one thing that jumps out at me right away is in the feature rink, they have the wood on top. It gives me that flavor of the old barn feeling up when I used to play up in Canada.
Yeah, the wood trusses, they call
wood trusses and everything. I really like that. That blows me away.
Have you had a pop in 716 yet?
Not yet. Every time I go by, there's a line. So, which I guess is a good thing for them, but not a good thing if you want to.
It's just, we've talked about this before, but the impact that the Pegulas are having on this community. Now, of course, with the Buffalo Bills, but with the Sabres and with the Harbor Center, and he's already said he's going to build a new arena, a new stadium for the Bills at some point, which I think is going to be downtown. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Truly unbelievable when you think where this town was just a year ago, wondering about the future of the Bills, and or even 2 years ago, 3 years ago, before the Sabres were sold. I mean, it wasn't a very happy place to be.
No, it wasn't. And now you go downtown, you see all these cranes in the air and everything, and I kind of hope, because I've been over at Comerica Park, which is right across the street from Ford Field. I kind of hope if they do build a stadium downtown that it's a Ford Field type dome stadium. It's not, you know, hey.
And what an opportune time to bring your hockey magazine back out.
Absolutely.
Timing is everything, Steve. Steve, thanks so much for being on.
Bob, it's always a pleasure.
Have yourself a great Christmas.
Oh, by the way, I want to thank you and Art Wander for the kind words last week. I think they were done in jest, but really.
Sarcasm? Art loves you, you know.
I love Art.
These guys, I did a couple shows with Art and Steve together,
Yep.
but they were too tough to handle, so we bring them on one at a time now. Steve Manson, the Hockey Man. Don't forget, look for the Western New York Hockey Magazine at your newsstands next week. We're going to be back. We're going to take a look at a very insightful interview, Tim Graham, about Darryl Talley right after this on All Sports Western New York.